Let me know when we go live.
Is this thing on?
Let me know when we go live, Johnny.
Okay. I'll let you know as soon as I hear something.
All right. We're going to go live soon. Just let me know when we're on.
Hopefully it's the right... Okay, Here we go.
All right. I hope we're on live soon.
Black Friday sale, up to 40% off.
Yeah. Let me know.
What is that?
Let me know when we're going live.
Video game there. Okay, we're live.
All right.
We're live. Make sure to... Wow, let's see. It's 8:23 p.m. Eastern Time, 5:23 p.m. California time. November 26, 2019. Welcome.
Is that a new sponsor?
Oh, I wish, man. It's telling me it's very hot, but that's not true. It's very cold because I had it in the fridge the past 6 hours.
Well, luckily, you won't burn yourself. There you go.
No. So, yeah, welcome, everybody. Talking guitars and 80s metal live. Jonathan Mancuda's in the house.
Hi, gang.
In Dave's house. There he is. David Nesdahl.
Hello. Hello.
Is also there. Snickers is there.
And the Luke. Snickers and the Luke. Look, it's a Luke.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Snickers
Special, awesome.
Techmore on Tuesday, as Shauna Marie Sings brings up. Thank you.
Hey, Shauna. Welcome. And on this side, Howie's here, although you can't see him. Ned is on the floor. I don't know why he's on the floor there. He was up there, but
maybe that monkey on your shirt shot him.
I don't know, man. But hey, speaking of this shirt, what does it say? Where is it? 3 Monkeys Solderless. Thank you again for the T-shirt. 3 Monkeys Solderless. They make excellent solderless patch cables for your pedal boards. Awesome stuff.
Fruitcake Tony, Ben Coombs, Joe Hervey, my Jew homie.
Oh, hang on. I gotta change this.
Whole mess up, peoples. Let's see. We should do roll call.
Yeah. Make sure you subscribe if you're brand new. Hit the subscribe button. Leave a thumbs up. Tell your friends.
Welcome if you're brand new, and we apologize in advance for today. At least I do.
Yeah. For the rest.
I definitely should. I apologize to everyone from the Me Too movement to everybody. Let's see. Who do we got in the house today, boys and girls, as I scroll away? We got Blank Palette 2, Metal Soda, Linny Lou, and Mary. Thank you. Mr. BHB Jr.
Is that Bruce?
I think so. Nightbot's in the house. David Scher, Ben Coombs.
David Scher. Shout out David Scher.
David Scher,
man. I couldn't believe it. I posted this video to Johnny Beane TV on Facebook. An hour later, David Scher had shared this video to like 19 different places.
Oh, bravo.
So David Scher, thank you so much.
I personally want to tell David Scher that I cannot wait to see his snakeskin guitar when it's done. I saw he made a Facebook post the other day that I believe his wife bought him a big sheet of snakeskin to put on his guitar. And it's really beautiful.
And Dave is dying to see your snake. Oh. Let's see. Who else we got in the house?
James Gum.
Gary Tholland.
Are you even invited here? Did I even invite you here?
Mark Dillon. Yeah, but now you have to evict me because I've lived here so long and I have residence here because I have all my luggage. So now you have to technically evict me. I've got a good 3 months of legalities here. So let's see. Who else we got? Vinny 5150, James Severin, Fruitcake Tony, The Dog PA, Pistolite 1972, Music Therapy Laz, scrolling, keep those doggies scrolling. Tube Supio, Frank Corcoran, thank you.
Frank Corcoran.
Blank Palette 2. Once again, David Scher. Yeah!
David Scher, man. The man
I'm sorry, it was his sister that bought him this name.
Sister loves the
snake. Whatever. Sister, wife, whatever. It's the same, right?
Women love that snake. Nick Horton, Thomas Santiago.
Oh, gosh.
Shauna Marie sings. Indeed, she does. Danny Alexander. Roll call. John Windsor.
Phil Mosley Music is here.
Caleb,
hello to
Caleb Rappaport. Hey, Caleb, how are you, brother?
Caleb.
Did you just give him the middle finger?
I just gave him both fingers. I threw the devil horns up.
Oh.
Thank you, Ronnie James Dio.
I thought you wanted him to read between the lines.
No, that's the shocker. That's when I do this. That's when I want to read between the lines.
Oh, my gosh.
Let's see. Danny Alexander, Vinny 5150. James Gum, John Windsor, Ben Coombs, Rockstar with 2 R's.
Clayton James Hicks, 1998 Hicks. Today is Telecaster Tuesday. That's right, Clayton.
And it's Tech More on Tuesday.
Wait your turn.
That's right.
Guitarded, Thomas Santiago, we mentioned already. R2, R3 Locking, Not the Dog, PA. Crowbar.
Brendan B Squared.
Brendan Buttcheeks, Sean Zimmerman, Amanda Coombs. It's Lovely Lady Tuesday, apparently. All our girls are in here. Let's see. Dwight Bailey. Everybody's coming in rapidly. It's like a bukkake. Everyone's coming quickly. Brett McCord, Clayton James Hicks, 1998. Boner Jams, speaking of which. Chris Bevan.
All of them.
Everybody. James
Everybody.
Yeah. All right.
Mark Roberts. It's OU81 Tuesday. That's right. That's a good one.
Danny Alexander.
I like that.
So many people. Mark Roberts. OU81 Tuesday.
I like that.
Here we are.
I like that.
Guys and gals.
Awesomes. And
Guys and
animals.
gals. Edward Van Halen watching from his bed. Thank you, Eddie. Oh, no. Dave's asleep again.
Thumbnail.
I know how to wake a man up. So how's everyone doing? Good to see you all. We got
good. How are you? How's the East Coast treating you?
No, Dave, how is it having me here?
Can't wait for you to leave.
Yep, he's enjoying it.
Wow. No, it's good. It's good. Weather was nice today. It was like 60 degrees.
That's beautiful out, man.
For this time of year?
Really nice fall day out in New York today. Really happy. I'm not missing LA very much. I'm enjoying pizza, bagels, friends, family. It's nice out here, man. Beautiful fall. Getting ready for Thanksgiving. Doing some food shopping. Gonna help one of my friends cook and then take my parents out to a restaurant. So it's a full week of stuffing turkeys with sausages.
You're taking parents out to a restaurant for Thanksgiving?
Yeah, I'm taking them to a nice restaurant.
What are you, Jewish?
Yes. No, you know what it is? It's like I used to have Thanksgiving with my ex-girlfriend. We'd spend the whole day cooking and whatnot, and then we'd have our whole dinner with friends and family and stuff. And on Long Island, though, my parents they don't really do big full Thanksgiving cooking and stuff. My buddy does, and I'll go over there for part of the day, but I'm going to help cook there because I like to help cook and everything. And then I'll take my parents out at night and go back to my buddies and enjoy seconds.
I take my parents out at night.
So they can complain to waitresses all the night. Oh, I don't think that's a turkey's cock. Yeah, just wait. Stick around. It gets better.
I thought a turkey was a cock.
Yeah, it's that sausage stuffing in the turkey. We're gonna have a great time, and all that gravy. This time I didn't forget the gravy. We have a lot of fun music news today to talk about.
Yeah.
We do. there's been a cup runneth over month for heavy metal news, mostly surrounding around the Motley Crue Def Leppard Poison tour that has caused so much controversy. Just everyone's mad at Motley Crue right now. Everyone feels like from that last tour they got ripped off for the high price of tickets, thinking it was the last time. And rather than like be so happy, oh, good, I get to see Crue again. Now everything from Vince is fat, Vince can't sing, I feel ripped off by the band because I spent so much money. Tommy saying, oh, we did it with dignity, I'm glad we ended this way. Mick Mars saying, I would give everyone free tickets if we ever did it again. We definitely won't do it again. And then even Dee Snider chimed in.
I remember that, by the way.
Dee Snider?
No, the free ticket.
Oh, the free tickets thing? Yep. Yeah, people are literally calling Mick now and saying, hey, Mick, you did say you'd give the world free tickets if you guys got back together. So we want our show tickets for free. And people are trying to call him on that. And he's like, let me take my phone off the hook. Dee Snider got involved. Dee Snider basically tweeted out that, Mick did it with dignity. Yeah, sure, man. You did it with dignity. Look, we're all whores. We're just, some of us are higher price paid than the others. So, he kind of took a little dig there. I don't know. I'm happy. I'm happy to see Motley Crue. I mean, the teasing Vince about how fat he is. And yeah, it's fun. It really is. Everyone's changing the song titles to Grills, 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 and, Shout at the Devil Dog and all sorts of stuff. But, the fact is, I'm glad to see them again. I'm happy to get another shot at seeing Crue, much less, Def Leppard and Poison. I love both those bands. But, Crue's getting a lot of criticism, man. People saying Vince can't sing anymore. I'm like, when was he able to sing the first time? I kind of accept Vince for a certain level of I don't sing very well. I kind of, screamer stuff, almost like on a David Lee Roth level.
Oh, I wouldn't. I think Vince can carry a tune a little bit better than Roth.
Oh, definitely.
But a little bit better.
But not now.
Not much.
Not now.
Well, it's because he's too busy chewing his food.
Yeah, well, he's singing with his mouth full. He's.
Oh, gosh.
That's the problem. I don't know. He's gonna have a big bucket of chicken wings on stage. I got hard, spirit. How feel like over my heart. Right now, just got my heart. Noise got cop come off from me here. I can go back and when I was in my heart. Right now, kick start my heart. Are you ready, girls? Are you ready now? And then, then I'll hand the audience the mic. Whoa, yeah.
That sounded for real to me.
Kickstart my heart. Hopefully he'll get the words right. Did you guys see that YouTube video where like the words are all mixed up? Like Vince didn't remember all the words. So
no.
There's a YouTube video. Look it up later. It's basically Vince singing. I don't remember the song. It might have even been Kickstart My Heart, but it was basically showing that he didn't remember all the words. So he was kind of muffling it. So it was like, but they spell it out in subtitles of what it sounds like he's saying. So it's instead of when I get high, it says, why my guy or something like that.
Okay. I saw that.
Yeah. It's pretty funny.
I saw that. Yeah.
Funny. It's pretty funny. Thank you, Carlos Figueroa. Pink is my signature color.
I'm wearing this just for you.
Yeah, this is great. Hey, listen, you and I could share this.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Take that off.
So I'm. Thank you, by the way, to Boner Jams. Just dropped us a 5 spot.
Yeah,
we appreciate that.
Boner Jams. Thank you, man.
Yeah, thank you, brother. Really
thank you.
Appreciate that, man.
Pumped to see Motley Crue. Been ages since I've seen Vince, Tommy, Skeletor, and Nikki 8.
Oh no!
Happy Thanksgiving to everybody.
Thank
you so much. Thank you, Boner Jams. And if you guys will notice, right above Dave's head, there's no duck.
Yeah.
If you notice that.
Yeah. No duck.
There's no duck. What's it called? StreamYard forced me to buy. I got an email last night saying we're going to cut you off unless you buy.
Yeah, so they put Johnny's nuts in a cracker and just kind of squeezed.
So thank you. That $4.99 or whatever
now
that
go
is,
keep the show running.
that goes right to StreamYard.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
20. It's like $22 a month. I got to pay to do this now.
Yeah.
With all the money you make, you can afford it.
Yeah. Johnny's a wealthy man. Johnny Beane, you say?
Yeah, Johnny. With all the money you make from being on the YouTubes, you could afford it.
Yeah, I go into some high-end Beverly Hills restaurants and I say, "Hi, do you have a table? A table for who, sir? Johnny Beane. Beane, you say? Yeah, it's right this way, sir. You're on the VIP." Yeah, so I mention my name, they lead me right to the dirty dishes.
Man, I remember when we got your VIP treatment, man, in Anaheim.
Yeah, I don't even remember that. What was it?
Remember that?
Oh, well, yeah, that restaurant. That restaurant loves me, but all the others, man.
Yeah, there were people waiting. There were people like lined up to get a table, and they let us right in. They give us that booth in the back.
That restaurant likes me a lot. That restaurant, Mari's Italian restaurant in Anaheim. Shout out to them because they're not only are they like the most amazing Italian food in Orange County, but they really take good care of us. So shout out if you guys are in Anaheim, go to Mari's. Fantastic, really. Oh, and get the clam chowder. Holy hell, is that like crack? You can't even stop eating that stuff. R2R3 Locking Nut wants to know: do you think Vince Neil will deliver his baby before he goes on tour? I'm gonna say because he's showing now about like what 6 or 7 months. I would say yeah, right.
Oh.
Poor Vince.
I thought he meant he's actually going to have a kid.
No. He's making fun of the baby bump showing.
That's horrible.
Reza, no, this is not a new Luke. This is the Luke that everyone makes fun of me for not playing.
And there he is now playing it. Look.
Yes.
Yep, that was him playing it.
I played it.
I heard it.
There you go.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Sean Zimmerman says, I made awesome clam chowder into a sock. What is that? Oh, no, I'm sorry. I'm mixing those. I made awesome clam chowder. Everyone always loved it. LOL. Yes, Sean, please send us some. We'd be happy to. Sorry, I mixed that.
Oh, my gosh.
John Aikman and his sidekick, Blue Rhino, terrorizing the streets of YouTube. Hey, man, Blue Rhino, he loves going to good restaurants. Mm-hmm. Anyway, going back to the Motley Crue tour, which is one of the big stories of the month, apparently. So a lot of controversy and stuff. Again, Vince has to lose that weight, so look out for that because there's no way they're paying him those guys $150 million without him losing that weight. So that's the big contention in that contract, as we've talked about before. I have the breakdown, by the way, this week. The breakdown for the bands. For those that were wondering who is headlining, and obviously Motley Crue is going to be headlining, if anything, because of all of the attention they got from the Dirt and all the new fans, and that's the whole reason for this tour. That's why you guys are getting this tour again. Is that whole new fan base from the movie? That's what got them back together. That's what got an offer of $150 million in the air out to them. So the breakdown for this tour is per show, Motley Crue gets $2 million. $2 million. So that's $500 per band member, $500K per band member per night.
No, it isn't, because they got to pay their road crew and everyone. I don't think that's.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Well, I thought they were going to just skip on. That's true. I'm sorry. Dave is correct. The band as a business gets $2 million a night, obviously before expenses, before salary, and the management takes their chunk, and the roadies and the lights and the gaffer, the best boy, the person that hands out backstage passes to get blowjobs, everybody. Yeah, the bus driver.
Key grip,
the hand job guy, right? And then Def Leppard per show as a business gets $1 million. They are the second on the billing, which seems kind of cheap for Def Leppard. Getting some bang for the buck there.
Well, they haven't even come off the road yet. Do you believe that? They're not even off the road.
They're the Eternal Summer Tour. which is great, man. They're just terrific. They're in such good form. Everybody knows that Def Leppard's going to sound amazing. And then Poison's getting per show as a business. No, $250K. That's still pretty healthy per show. That's still pretty healthy per show. $250K per night.
Have they announced the tour yet, or the dates?
Well, hold on. What they did announce was that it could have an as yet unannounced so far fourth act added to the bill. They haven't said who yet. I guess they're still trying to negotiate it out, but they are talking that there's going to be another band on that tour right under Poison. So I guess they'll be paid $30 a month. So
we should ask the chat. Ask the chat who they think that band will be, or who would they like?
Who would you like to see?
Who would they like to see?
10 Strings. It cannot be Vinnie Vincent. He won't show up for the tour.
Oh, and that's all we're going to talk about him.
No, he brought it up.
No, done. Brought it up. I'm taking it out.
That's it. That's it for Vinnie today.
Man, there we go.
What was the band that opened for the Monsters of Rock tour?
Kingdom Come.
Yeah, they should open.
Because they don't sound like Zeppelin either. Let's see. Steel Panther, Gary Thallander guesses.
Yeah.
I think that would be a great. That would be the one I would choose.
That's my vote. Steel Panther.
Or like Kicks or something.
Or how about Nerd Halen?
Or LA Guns. Now let's see. Guitarded says Skid Row.
Well, which LA Guns?
The only one I.
The real one.
Yeah, the one with Tracy Guns.
Yeah. The great Tracy Guns. Guitarded says Skid Row. Listen, Skid Row, love those guys, and their frontman's okay.
Well, which Skid Row?
He's great. Well,
isn't there two of those now too?
There's only one Skid Row, but Sebastian Bach. Without Sebastian Bach, it's not Skid Row for me.
It needs to be Sebastian Bach and Dave Sabo.
Yeah. And they don't want to work. Sabo's in.
I know, but they need to be together.
Yeah, I agree. But they're not going to play together. They won't. They don't want Bass, and I do. No one can replace him.
How about the Sons of Apollo?
Ooh, Sean Mahoney says, I bet it could be Tesla.
Or
that fits in, and they're close with Def Leppard. That would be a great idea. Let's see. Boner Jam says Gizmachi should open. I agree with that, with the great Jay Hannon. I think that would be a good bill. Chris Bevan says Dokken. Dokken's got their own thing going with Lynch.
Which Dokken?
Yeah, right.
All these bands have two different versions.
Yeah, right. Which Queensryche? Which Great White? Which Dokken? Which Motley Crue? That'd be funny if it was really John Corabi and like three other guys, and that's the Motley Crue you paid for. Then
we should.
Then you won't feel so
sure.
screwed.
Make sure which actual band, which Poison is it going to be? Which Def Leppard?
No, Poison. It's the original guys. It's the same four guys. It's it's
Did you guys see? Do you guys follow Richie Kotzen on Facebook?
Yes.
Did
you see his post from last night?
No.
It was kind of weird. It was him. I don't know. Does he live in Vegas?
He might be in Vegas.
It looked like he was in Vegas with like his wife or his girlfriend, and he was filming himself, and he filmed her, and she was like wearing either a bra or a top, a bikini, and she didn't want to be filmed. She's like, "Don't film me" or something, and he's like, he was like going crazy. Did you guys see that?
Hashtag me too.
He might be three shades to the wind.
I just saw it today. I think it was from yesterday.
Is it on Instagram or Facebook?
Well, it's his Facebook.
And Brian Long, yes, CC DeVille does trump Richie Kotzen. I'm sorry.
What?
Yes, he does.
You're crazy.
For Poison,
You're absolutely crazy. As a guitar player, no freaking way.
I love CC.
You can
he gets a bad rap.
You can keep him.
I'm sorry, man.
He's nowhere. Not a lot of people are as good as Richie Kotzen.
CC did better than Richie. He makes melodic, catchy songs.
Dude, you're absolutely
He's a great writer, and I like him as a player.
You're absolutely wrong.
Speaking of Richie Kotzen, the first time I met him was at Jason Becker's house at one of Jason's birthday parties. There'll be a link right above Dave. Right above Dave's head there will be a link that I filmed of Richie singing and playing to Jason back in 2010, I think it was.
Right there.
Right about there. It'll be under the Johnny Beane TV logo, which is there now because there's no duck anymore.
Crowbar says I'm smoking the ganj. Hey man, listen, it's just my own taste. Whether you like Richie or you like CC to me he is poison. I'm sorry, him and Brett. I mean, that's the whole thing. I mean, he's making all those songs, he's writing them, he's playing them. I mean, that's what's catching in your head. Tell me from, what was it, Native Tongue was Richie's album?
Yeah.
Tell me from Native Tongue which songs you really, really want to see on tour, and then tell me which ones that CeCe wrote you really want to see on tour. The list will be very different, I guarantee.
Does Poison still play the songs that they did with Richie?
I don't think they do, as I remember.
Yeah, I think they play the just the hit.
Which one?
I don't think I've ever heard any of those tunes.
What was that hit with Richie?
Stand.
I don't think they're gonna play
Stand for what you believe.
And it's not a bad song. I mean, I like this song, but is it? Was it really Poison? Not for me.
It's not Unskinny Bob.
Yeah, it was a good song.
I've never heard it.
It's not Talk Dirty to me, or Look What the Cat Dragged In. I mean,
thank God.
Richie is definitely a better technical player, but CeCe is CeCe. He's that fun party element that you really look for in Poison.
Dummy up.
And he's the writer. Come on, he writes those songs. It's great. I love all that stuff. Let's see what we got.
Yeah, Richie's a great singer. I saw him play at one of Jason's benefits some years back. Richie's band played, and he's a great singer and songwriter and performer. But yeah, when it comes to like a classic Poison, yeah, you got to have.
Yeah, Brian Long says it best. It's about the band. CeCe is a much better fit for that band. I agree. That's what it's about.
I never was a big fan of the band, so it doesn't matter.
I mean, look, I like Richie's a good player. He is, no denying.
Just good.
No, look, he's a great player. It's better than me. I mean,
Well, Johnny Beane's better than you.
Yeah, I mean, Mary.
He's better than Nesdal.
Mary is better than me. Mary's better than me.
Wait, I'm getting I'm getting different messages. Chris sent us a message. Question for you and Dave for the show.
When are you getting rid of John? That's why I'm excluded out of that one.
I'd like to know which John that person's talking about.
Prince Vancouver leaving Dave's house.
How do I clean the maple fretboard on my Wolfgang? It's starting to get discolored from playing on the fretboard. Not dirt, but dark spots from my fingers. Actually, that's happening to my Wolfgang too.
Yeah, I wouldn't bother with it. I wouldn't bother cleaning it. It's just it's cool. It's cool when there's patina on the guitar.
Dirty maple, man. I wouldn't clean that at all.
And that's I'm serious. I wouldn't clean it.
But what if he wants to? Because not everybody.
You can't. Once your oils get in that fretboard, you can't clean it unless you take sandpaper to it, and then you're ruining the neck. It can't be cleaned because it's an unfinished fretboard.
Leave it dirty, Mark Roberts says. R2 says you can't clean maple. Yeah. Well, there you go.
I mean, I guess technically you could use steel wool?
That's not going to clean it. It's not going to clean it.
No?
No, it might get some of the grime out, but it's going to be discolored.
I mean, I just wouldn't clean it. I mean, dirty maple is like one thing I look for in a guitar. I mean, that just means it's broken in. It's smoother. It's nicer.
He says he's going to leave it. So there you go.
Bravo, man. Well thought.
Awesome, Chris.
Let's see. Brett McCord brought up Great White. He would love to see them reunite with Jack Russell. Hey, listen, man, I would too, but they just got Mitch Malloy as their frontman, so I'm dying to see what Mitch adds to that. And you guys all know I'm very, very, very big fan of Mark Kendall as a guitar player. I think he's tremendous, great guy, incredible player. So I don't think they'll be the band on that tour, but I think Tesla's a good guess, actually.
By the way, Britt, the sign guy, yes, I do like the 84 Floyd Rose. Go ahead.
Yes. Are people in the chat still guessing what 80s bands that are still active they would like to see?
Or reuniting for the tour, as Motley Crue is. Let's see. Reza Khan says CC makes Poison rock, but Richie is one of the most talented guitarists out there and writer and singer. Poison don't play songs from Native Tongue because CC can't play them. Come on, of course he can. He can play them. I mean, look, at Native Tongue, it's just not as good a Poison album. It's not the hits. You want to hear stuff from Cat Dragged In. You want to hear stuff from Open Up and Say Ah. You want to hear stuff from Flesh and Blood. I mean, they have to edit down their set just to get, a lot of that stuff you want to hear in. And then maybe they'll pick a deep cut or something. But they usually don't pick something from Native Tongue. It just wasn't like really big hits,
And that's a 90s album too.
Yeah.
Right? Were there any Poison albums in the 90s that
there was like Holly Weird, I think, and that was that Greatest Hits, and then like 2 new ones, or was that just new stuff? I'm trying to remember.
Mike Papa Blue says he's putting a parts caster together, and he's got an old pickguard with Alnico 5 single coil pickups. It's wired with 500K pots. Why? I believe the Alnico 5 pickups are probably humbuckers in a single coil, stacked humbuckers. And you would need a 500K pot for stacked humbuckers. If they're not stacked humbuckers, then you're probably using a 500K pot to keep it very bright, to keep the pickups bright, especially when you're taking your volume down. It keeps the pickups bright.
Let's see. Metal Soda just guessed Harem Scarum. Great band, just really obscure for a tour like that big. Let's see. 6 Strings and 10 Fingers guesses Rat with the original lineup of Crosby and Warren. I think that has much of a chance as let's see.
I think
Wilford Brimley being the frontman.
I think the only way that would happen is if Warren, if Steve, what the hell's his name?
Steve Clark came and played guitar.
Right. What's his name? Came back from
Randy
the dead.
Rhoads.
Yeah. Any one of them came back from the dead.
Let's see. Wasp would be very good, and they're talking about reuniting.
Terrible.
Let's see. Terrible.
They're good and terrible.
Bullet Boys, Autograph Kicks. I would like to see Kicks in that lineup. I could see that. I could see Kicks. I could see Great White. I think Tesla would be a real winner there. Blank Palette 2 says Vixen. Kenny Dave brings up Bang Tango, and those guys are getting back together. So Bang Tango, I think they're a little small for an act to open up for Poison, as much as I like them. But I don't think they have a reunion. They have a reunion going on, but I don't think that's going to be the band. Dog PA says Britney Spears, same makeup, truck anyway. Yeah, why not? Crowbar's pushing for Weird Al Yankovic. Weird Al yanking this. Let's see. Ben Coombs, quite right. If Frankie gets better, and we do hope Frankie Benali is getting better because he's fighting cancer. God bless him.
Mm-hmm.
Metal Soda, Uncle Ted. Ted Nugent, man, he's going to be too big for that tour. Not in that position behind Poison. I don't see that. JR says, Tesla's the only feasible band on the list. Everyone else has maybe one song anybody but diehards would care about. I could see Tesla as a real viable option. I could see that.
Well, I love Tesla.
Tesla's great, man. We talked about them last week. Yngwie Malmsteen. Yeah, right. Not unless I am number one. Must be number one.
Yeah, I will lead the show.
What about Slaughter?
I would love to see Slaughter, and they would fit in very well. And Slaughter likes those guys. Slaughter gets along with all those bands.
Are they still together?
Yeah, Mark Slaughter is terrific. R2, R3 Locking Nut Steel Panther. I agree, man. That would be a great band. Reza Khan wants Bang Tango.
The Damn Yankees would be good.
Damn Yankees would be good. I just don't think they would. I think they would be. I don't know, man. I don't see them opening up for Poison.
No,
Ted Nugent's too big.
Mm-hmm.
Don't you think?
Yep.
No, yeah, it would be Poison and then Damn Yankees.
Mr. BHB Jr. Rat. It's so hard, man, because Rat's not even together. I mean, it's like, who do you have? Bobby Blotzer. We talked about that. Brian Long says LA Guns or Faster Pussycat. I think either one would be great. I would push for LA Guns because I think Tracy Guns is really, really on his game lately. Reza Khan says Winger. Winger would be another really good one. Winger, I think, would fit in really well.
I know who would be the great opener. Enough's enough.
Yeah, but you know what? After they lost, what's his name? The guitarist. He died.
Oh.
What the heck?
How about Slaughter?
Having a brain fart. No, we were saying Slaughter. Slaughter would be good. Winger would be good. Derek Frijo. Thank you, Krellbar. I was just having a brain fart there. Joe Hervey says, no modern band. Nah, I don't know, man. Other than Steel Panther, dude, this is an old school concert, man. I mean, the guys and girls that are going to this show, myself included, I would think everyone wants to see old school bands. That's who they're coming to see. Because these tickets aren't going to be cheap. Mind you, they are going to be expensive. And that's why people are pissed, because Motley Crue already kind of milked you for that, final tour, no, never again. And now they're saying they're going to open at $85 seats. They're going to be more than that. And you know it. Even in the nosebleeds.
I think they're going to be $300 to start or something. $250 at least.
I'd say $150 for like nosebleeds, like in the back of
bleeds?
the row.
These bleeds?
Yeah, like nipple size. Like that's how big the stage is going to look to you out there. Another vote for LA Guns. Couple of guys pulling out Brittany Fox. I love them, man. Kenny Dave says Motley's getting no more money from me. Motley milk fruitcake.
Metal Soda saying Night Ranger.
Night Ranger would be good, but I think a little too like rock more than glammy. Someone more obscure like Keel. Keel's so broken up, man. Mark Ferrari will never play with,
and he's a country
Ron
artist
Keel.
now.
Who, Ron Keel?
Mm-hmm.
Is he?
Mm-hmm.
I did not know that.
Yeah, Ron Keel's a country artist.
Still pushing for Britney Spears.
Hey, Jasco.
Jasco Plumbing. Hello.
Jasco Plumbing Supply for all your plumbing needs. Fabulous Disaster says Cinderella. Well, again, it's Tom Kiefer is doing his own Tom Kiefer band, but is it possible? Yeah.
Well, Tom Kiefer opening for that.
Yeah, I could see that. And that would fit in well. He's toured with all those guys before. Let's see. They would never allow Steel Panther because Nikki hates Michael Starr, but I'd love to see Steel Panther trying if I could see them at the House of Blues. That's from 6 String and 10 Fingers. Yeah, you know what? You got a point. Right now, Motley Crue and Steel Panther have a mini feud going on. Little War of the Worlds. Yeah. Slayer, too big. And they'll tour with like Metallica or something.
Caleb, I'm way ahead of you, bro. I mentioned Nerd Halen about 20 minutes ago.
Slayer is playing Oakland tonight, actually.
Slayer would be good.
I think they are.
Sebastian Bach band, maybe. Metal Soda, like I said, it won't be Dokken because Dokken and Lynch Mob.
Firehouse would be a great band.
Firehouse would be good. They're a little small for that.
Well, that's why they're opening.
But you know what? I would sooner see like Tesla or Slaughter, just like guys just right under Poison or right at that range. Firehouse is good though. XYZ, another one I'd like to see.
Trickster would be great.
Trickster would work.
Danger.
With Andy Timmons. And Casey Smith coming back.
Mm-hmm.
I would love to see that. Let's see. XYZ, I mean, I'm a big XYZ
Extreme's
fan.
too big. Extreme's too big for that, to be an opener.
No.
I think they are.
I don't think they're too big.
I think they're way too big for that.
I don't think so.
I think
because they play theaters.
Dangerous Toys. Blank Palette says Frank Sinatra. Yeah, hey, listen, why not? That would get my money for the big tickets.
I would go if Old Blue Eyes was there.
Old Goo Eyes right now. Old worms and stuff.
Oh.
YNC. Loudness. Rock and roll crazy night. You will be here tonight. Lita Ford. Lita would be good.
No women.
Why?
I'm just kidding.
No. God. It's the No Boobs tour. The Me Tour. Let's see. David Lee Roth solo. No, not big enough. I'm sorry. Dave can't open for Poison. Sorry. 6 Strings and 10 Fingers wants to know, can I do a Geddy Lee impression?
Please don't.
A modern day warrior, mean stride. Today is Tom Sawyer, mean pride.
Sorry.
Though his mind is not for rent, but he got a government.
I don't understand any of those lyrics.
Let's see. Red Dragon Cartel. Jakey Lee would be terrific. Living Color, Vixen, Faster Pussycat, Scorpions. Come on. Scorpions would be headlining.
You're damn right.
Come on. 50 years.
Yep, they'd have to headline.
All right, let's return back to this. But in other touring news, let's touch on KK Downing and Judas Priest. Because, Judas Priest, and we were talking about
Judas Priest?
We were how about Judas Priest opening?
They'd have to headline.
Absolutely.
How about Iron Maiden?
Well, as we were talking about previously, Judas Priest and Iron Maiden have been back and forth throwing it up in the air, the possibility that they would tour together. But Judas Priest is coming up on their 50th anniversary as a band. And fans have approached KK Downing to say, hey, you should really be a part of this. You've been, 40 years in the band. You helped form it. I mean, you're the guy. And he's, wow, I'm really flattered. I was retired, but I'll approach the band. And yeah, we'll see what we can do. The band refused him. They don't want him to be a part of it. Now, I don't know if this is because of what he wrote in his tell-all book, which, everyone writes tell-all books and shit happens and whatever. But you know what? Peter Criss wrote his tell-all book and Ace Frehley wrote his tell-all book, and they reunited with Kiss anyway. Sticks and stones and all that garbage to sell books, right?
May break your bones.
May break your bones.
But you are one dumb Polak?
Yeah.
Wait, so which band? Which band are you talking about?
We're still on Britney Spears. We're still on Britney Spears with Richie Kotzen as her guitarist. Kenny Dave says Yiddish priest. Breaking the law. Breaking the law. Breaking the law. Breaking the law. Eat bacon. Breaking the law. Kosher law. Yeah. No. So we're talking about Judas Priest for Johnny that woke up.
But isn't who one of the guys is sick though, isn't he?
Yes.
The guitar player.
KK Downing. Glenn Tipton.
Glenn Tipton probably will not be playing anymore.
Because they had somebody else
health issues
playing for him, and he would come out and play like a song or something.
Right. And the funny thing is, KK Downing recently got together with other ex-Priest members like Ripper Owens and what's his name? The bass player from Megadeth. What was his name?
Elson?
Dave? Is it
Dave
Ellison, right?
Ellison.
Dave Ellison, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And two other Priest members. And they did Priest covers basically. So it was like all ex-Priest guys and one guy from Megadeth, and they were really doing well. But KK Downing, it's like, guys, let's not be stupid about this. The fans want to see, especially without Glenn Tipton, the fans want to see some originality, especially when you helped form the fucking band. Come on, let KK Downing in. I mean, for God's sakes, talk about talent being wasted on a 50th anniversary tour. Everybody should be allowed in. But that's a no-brainer. But they're having a little war about it. And I think the big thing about it is, in that tell-all book, he was talking about that manager they have. I forgot her name. It's a woman manager. But he was kind of bad-mouthing her a little bit. And she's still their management. So I think that might have something to do with it. But in general, I mean, come on, man. The fans are asking for it. That's ridiculous. No KK, no Glenn, no Priest, Mark Roberts says.
How about KKK?
No.
Okay.
No. And you know who says no? Bang Energy Drink. Thank you, Bang Energy Drink, for all of your energy needs. Delicious Bang Energy Drink, sponsor of the Johnny Beane Show. Even on Tuesdays when we talk about menstrual cycles, dildos, and fleshlights, Bang Energy Drink supports us. So please support Bang Energy Drink. Let's get banged. Yummy. Like a shot of load in my mouth. All right. Yeah, so that's Bang Energy Drink. We love you. Anyway, yeah, no. So, I mean, realistically, I think you guys in the chat, tell me I'm wrong that you guys want to see KK Downing. I mean, I know I'm not alone here. Tell me.
Wish I was alone here.
I can't wait to go into the guest bedroom and rub one out on your clean sheets. Oh, boy.
A lot of guitars have to move off the bed.
I'm having a good time at the Nesdall residence. Yeah, Bang Energy Drink has 18 or 19 incredible flavors. I love that stuff.
Wow.
Yeah.
Isn't one of them a unicorn?
Yes, unicorn load or something.
What does that taste? What is that like? I was at Target and they got cases and cases of Bang over there.
It's like a fruity fucking in your mouth. It's so good. No, it's really good. It's tasty. It's sweet. You know what? I like sweet stuff, and it doesn't give my heart palpitations like some of the others. And it's 0 calories.
Oh my gosh.
What? No, you don't want to drop dead from an energy drink. This stuff will not give you heart palpitations. It's delicious.
Have 5 or 6 in a row.
This one is Sour Heads. So it's like a sour candy. It's delicious. I love this stuff. Because I'm a guy that needs energy, by the way. Because I'm low energy. I'm a sleepy kind of guy. Let's see. Fruitcake Tony says Priest is not even on my radar. I'm more of an Iron Maiden fan. Hey man, there's no wrong answer. Two of the greatest bands of probably metal at all. You know, you're not going to go wrong with any of them. And if they play together, like they're negotiating or talking or at least discussing, oh my God, it would be so good. I would be so happy.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, KK Downing and Judas Priest having a mini feud now. 50 years. How long? Come on, guys. How much longer can you even play? Realistically. I mean, come on. You're going to come out in wheelchairs and half of your band is going to be dead. And you're going to be like, wish we brought out KK when we could have made a lot of money. Yeah. Yeah. Tickets, money. Come on, guys. That's what we, the fans, want. Let's see. Sammy Hagar in the news this week. Sammy was asked in an interview if you could have one last show, one last stage show, not a tour, not an album, but like your very last show, the last show to close out your career before you died, what would it be? And without hesitation, he absolutely said
The Circle.
To play, nope, Eddie, Alex, and Michael Anthony. He wants to reunite Van Halen that way. Even if it's just one show, he would love to do that. So he threw that out in the air. I don't know if it'll become anything, but now that it's out in the air, you know, rumors are circulating that Dave's not in the band anymore. Of course, you know, who knows if Eddie's gonna, you know, play or retire, or Wolfie's gonna come in, or, you know, whatever is gonna go on. But just to hear that kind of puts a little bit of hope in my heart that maybe someday someone will break down and say, hey, let's do that band again. Don't you think?
I wouldn't mind it, but who knows? I'm tired of speculating with that band.
I mean, you know, Eddie, you know, obviously Eddie's health is a big chapter of that.
If Sammy's going to do it, he better hurry up.
Eddie, come on. Oh, God forbid. We wish Eddie well, of course. We know Eddie's a viewer, and we love you. But I think that would be just the idea that Sammy's so revved up into it, because there was a time that just Sammy, you know, was having a war of words with Eddie, and, you know, you were thinking this will never, ever, ever happen again. At least on one end, maybe it could, at least from Sammy's camp. Let's see, other bands possibly for the lineup that we'd like to see. Pet Shop Boys, come on. Two Live Crew, Run DMC, Krell Bar, what are you smoking? Rocks Gang, too small, but man, I'm a personal fan of Rocks Gang. I love Rocks Gang. Really, really underrated band from the 80s. Too Cool for School. No, let's see, was it No Easy Way Out? I remember them. I'm not even mentioning Vinnie Vincent, Fabulous Disaster. Not even consideration. Krell Bar's pushing for Michael Bolton. That's not going to happen.
Bolton.
Wow.
Bolton, my mouth.
he had some hits, you know, but
Yeah, just nothing to do with metal.
just different
Nothing
crowd.
to do with hair bands.
Different
Cameron, how are you, man? Steve Carmichael.
Steve Carmichael. Hey, dude.
All right, for the trifecta, Steve
What's
Carmichael.
Let's all do it at once. 3, 2, 1.
Steve Carmichael.
Oh Lord.
There you go. Headstock Harem says Quietness, which is Loudness's American cover band. They actually sing the song wrong. They sing it Rock and Roll Crazy Nights. That sounds crystal clear. So they're actually a cover band of Loudness. So they're interesting. True? Yeah. Blank Palette 2 says I'll be opening as a comedy show. That I'll be the opening act.
Yeah. How about Whitesnake? Since this is the 30th anniversary of Slip of the Tongue.
Oh, they're gonna do their own thing. They're gonna do their own.
Well,
thing.
I don't know if Vi's gonna do it with them.
They're not. They're definitely not gonna be someone's opening act for Poison.
No.
I'll tell you what. You know, you brought up me doing comedy for a rock show. I actually got booked. This is when I was doing stand-up comedy years ago. I got booked into like a variety show, and they were like, yeah, it's gonna be everything. It's gonna be comedians and magic and rock music and all this stuff. So I'm like, oh, all right, I guess if all sorts of things. So like, we gave you a great spot. You're like, number 5, what was I like? Number 5 out of 8. And I was like, oh, that's a pretty good spot, right? So I go there, and the first act is a rock band, and he's warming up the crowd and stuff. The second act is an even better rock band. Then they're, getting the crowd really rocking. Third act, kicking ass. Really, I'm sitting there. Yeah, this is great. Then I'm noticing, hey, the fourth act, who's the fourth? And they're like, oh, it's this band. And that was a magnificent rock band. So now the crowd is pumped and they're drinking and tits are flying up and everything. And then the announcer comes out, all right, yeah, that was Satan's penis or whatever it was. And he goes, all right, guys, all right, hang on. Our fifth act, this is a comedian, and he's really coming up on Long Island, and his name is Jonathan Shawn, which was the stage name I was going under. And all of a sudden, you just saw like about 1,000 people go from a tremendous, wonderful high to and I'm like, holy fuck, I'm gonna get killed. And sure as shit, I like it threw me off so much. I was just like my usually I'm going out there and it's like, oh boy, just terrible. Yeah. No, nobody was happy to see me. Nobody was happy to see me. I was just like sitting there. Hey, how y'all doing? We were rocking out. Get off the stage. All right, let's talk about green eggs and ham, but a dirty version. Get off. I was like, oh fuck, and I was sitting there totally also, just like, I wanted to hear more of the music. So I knew like, it wasn't going to be a good night for me. So I took like what was like a 15-minute set and like cut it down to like, 5 minutes. And it was just like, oh my God. Yeah, I'm just out of here. And then the crowd had to warm up again by the time, because all the other acts were music. Everyone, all out of 8 of us.
And there was acts after you.
Yeah,
right.
7 musical acts.
So there was bands after you.
It was all bands. But I was told when they were booking me, it's going to be comedians. It's going to be some music, some magic.
It's going to be a combination.
Can you imagine a magician walk out there? At least I got a couple laughs, and then like I cut it short, and it was like I knew when to get out of there. A magician, it's like, okay, so the world of magic. We're going to take this. We're going to take this handkerchief, and we're going to do this and this. And this, and I'm just going to blow on it. And look, it's gone. It is gone. It is gone. That's into the netherworld. That is magic.
How do you get it back?
Magic. Well, how about a rabbit out of my hat? Yeah, no, it was the worst fucking experience of my life. I can only imagine a magician would be like put in a guillotine by the end of the show. Yeah. So, my cum rag, you found it. Good. Anyway, so let's see. So that was Sammy Hagar in the news. What else we got? We talked about KK Downing. Let's see. We talked about Dee Snider. By the way, Dee Snider has been challenged after that comment about Motley Crue and, greed makes everyone reunite. Someone put it out there. Okay, Dee, if you're saying you're greedy as them, let's see a Twisted Sister reunion.
Yeah, right.
Now
that ain't gonna happen.
Oh, you say it ain't gonna happen, but you
also goddamn drummer.
You also said Motley Crue ain't gonna happen.
I never said that.
No,
I never said that.
Everyone else did. Let's see. Paulie Shore still does rock shows. It's a tough gig. Bobcat Goldthwait used to do it. Crowbar. Hey, Rocky, want to see me pull a rabbit out of my hat? Sabotage. Sabotage is probably going to be touring right now as Trans-Siberian Orchestra because for the winter occasion and all the Christmas shows and whatnot, they do all the Trans-Siberian Orchestra shows. Mm-hmm. So that's real nice. And,
I think they're doing that now.
They did before. They did a split show where they started the show as Sabotage, played a full set, and then for the second set, it was all Trans-Siberian Orchestra, which was a tremendous show. I mean, really, really good stuff. Blank Palette says in real life, Dee Snider is pretty nice. Yeah, he is. He is. And New York homeboy, Long Island homeboy. Let's see. Slash's band of the week. Hey, man, Kenny Dave Slashes with Guns N' Roses, and they would be headlining. Believe me, they would totally be headlining.
The Trans-Siberian Orchestra. Yeah, they've been touring.
They were always touring because, again, they're a different genre of music. Like I've said on the show before, my dad loves Trans-Siberian Orchestra, has no idea that they're Sabotage. Like
November 26th.
I even played once where
they're in town tonight. They're in San Jose.
And here I am on Long fucking Island.
8:00. They start in an hour.
You better get going, Johnny. You better get to that show.
I can still buy
scalping tickets.
Oh my gosh.
Quentin James says Satchel. He's heard Satchel's kind of a butt face. Satchel's a really cool dude, man. I've met him, hung out with him. Very, very cool. Nice guy. Great guitarist, of course. Rush Parrish. Really, really, really nice guy. He's not
as Satchel, when he's in the Satchel
in character,
he's a butthead. But
that's just a character.
Russ Parrish,
that's shtick.
The sweetest guy ever.
Really nice guy. Crowbar says a friend from high school plays drums for John Oliver's Pain, which is John Oliver's side band.
Oh my gosh. I think I'm getting text messages.
What's really great is that the sound effects coming, literally coming. Wow, I'm still going, huh? That's great. You wonder what the dog's licking. Anyway, let's see. So it is it's about the middle of the show.
Oh my gosh.
What do you think? Is it time for a show and tell guitar?
Sure. Josh Lama says, "Hey Dave, were the Wolfgang special stealths with Floyd's ever made in Japan?" I don't think they ever made a stealth in Japan. I think they were gloss black. I think they were gloss white.
No, they made stealths in Japan.
They did?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I played them.
I don't know the answer to that one. So I'm going to go with you guys. I literally do not know the answer. So I was saying, hold on. I was saying I think it's time for show and tell guitar.
Well, I could show this
middle
first.
Of the show. Why don't you go ahead, Dave?
Well, this is my Charvel, my pine Charvel, 160-year-old pine. And I blinged out the Floyd. I put
you blacked out?
Blinged it out.
Blinged out. Bling
yes.
bling.
I put stainless screws and titanium saddle blocks and more stainless screws on it to to make it a little more shiny and happy.
Put it a little closer.
Shiny, happy. A
Put
little
the
close.
closer.
Put it close.
Closer.
Closer. Bring
There
it
you go.
close, and then pull
Now
it
pull
back.
it back. Pull it back. Pull it back.
There you go. How about that?
Look at that.
And a I don't know if you can see it, but a big block. Well, you can't really see it, man. Let me get that thumb out.
Oh.
Did you just clock yourself in the head? one of Dave's tooth just. Yeah, Dave just blinked out his smile. He just replaced the tooth he knocked out with a gold grill. Jesus.
Here, have a grape, Gilbert.
I just heard that.
Have a grape, Gilbert.
There you go. Yeah, hold on. It's a suppository for me.
Oh.
So you were saying about the bridge.
Yeah, the bridge.
That's what he did today.
Yeah, I did this. I did this work today.
So you got titanium blocks in there.
Titanium blocks and these screws here. Are stainless little screws here. Stainless screws on the top of the nut.
Look how cool that looks. The contrast of the silver and the gold.
Yeah, it's a cool guitar.
That looks great, man.
Thank you. Thank you.
Let's see. Joe Hervey says, today's show and tell guitar, is it a BC Rich? It is not a BC Rich. It's a very cool guitar.
It's probably one of the coolest guitars he's ever brought over here.
You think so?
Yeah.
Dave already saw it.
There's a story behind it for both of us.
Okay. My story, as you guys, if you've been following all my silly history of guitars I bought. So my first guitar was a Japanese Fender Strat. And, you know, again, I wanted a BC Rich gunslinger. It caught my eye in the store. My buddy, who was in a pro player band at the time, opening for Cheap Trick, he basically talked me into getting a basic Fender Stratocaster to learn on. My second guitar immediately was something flashier and a little more me. So I got a Kramer Beretta with hologram stripes all over it, like a hollow flash stripe finish. And it was mind-blowingly flashy. After that, I said, what can I do to top that? I don't really need another guitar. And then I walked into a store called Focus 2, which is a store that was on Long Island, popular at the time for having a lot of flashy guitars. I walked in, and sitting on the top rack was the most amazing guitar, something even flashier than my black and hologram Kramer Beretta. And I saw that, and my mind was blown. So what I did, there it went. So what I did, I immediately had to have that. And so my number 3 guitar in my life, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, boy. Look at that motherfucker. Oh, baby.
Hang on.
For those of you guys that don't know, this thing is a gem freaking mint.
Wait a minute. That completes that collection, man.
That it does. This one is a 1987 neon green gem, Loch Ness green gem, as it was called, 777, 1987. One of the limited editions that was called the Steve Vai edition. It was signed and numbered by Steve in 777 signed and numbered editions. And this one happens to be number 144 right there. This thing is gem frickin' mint.
Show them the back plate.
There we go. Look at that. There is no wear on this thing. I've played it here and there very carefully.
Or the neck plate.
Taking it out. Yeah, look at that neck plate. It's spotless.
Those guitars, if you've ever played one or if you've ever seen one.
If you look at my others.
Every one of them is pitted like crazy.
If you look at my others. Again, neon green headstock, disappearing pyramid inlays. Love the maple fretboard.
Wow.
DiMarzio pickups.
How many autographed Steve Vai guitars have we had on this channel?
Well, here's the thing, and I have a couple of them. I should also point out, which I pointed out last week on the pink one I brought in, this early palm rest that they removed soon after because Kaler sued them for the design. Look at that thing. Beautiful. And my third guitar, just awesome, plays amazing, sounds amazing.
Now you just need the yellow one.
I see it. It's back there.
This thing's awesome. No, that's
nice.
Dave's yellow. So again, for me, the trifecta all have to do with Steve Vai. This was one of the original limited Vai editions. The pink one I have was one of the first ones made and given away and signed by Steve Vai for a radio contest. And then the yellow one was Steve's actual favorite guitar on the David Lee Roth Skyscraper tour, which Dave has a history with because he used to see it when he played, when he worked at, was it 48? No, Murphy's.
No, at Corette Music.
At Corette Music.
Yeah. When Steve played that guitar, it had this disappearing pyramid neck on it. And then towards the end of the tour, he switched necks and loved it even more.
And I know he did because in that case are notes from Joe DeSpagni, who originally was Steve's tech and, you know, who the Gem guitars are named after. The late, great Joe DeSpagni we miss. And Joe basically wrote in him, Steve, you switched the neck out for you, paid special attention, redid the inlays, worked this to, you know, sanded this down, and all these notes to Steve about what he did to the guitar to make it exactly to Steve's specs that he really enjoyed playing on that tour. So that's my yellow one. So I have 3 of these things due to yeah, that all have to do with Steve. And this puppy's rare as hell, and I love this thing. I mean, it's now Dave also has history with this specific one.
Yep.
Go ahead, tell him.
So in 1988, I went to college. I went to a place called Five Towns College, and down the block from Five Towns College was Focus 2 Music Center. And during my lunch period, almost every day, I'd go down there and play some guitars. And this one was hanging up on the wall. And at the time, it was like $1,800, $1,899, $1,900. I'm thinking I could never afford that guitar. I loved it, and they wouldn't let anyone play it because it was that guitar that they said no, unless you have the green, you can't touch it. One day I come in with the $1,900, and it was gone. He bought it the day before, and that's the story.
That's amazing.
It all has to do with Dave. It has more to do with Dave than Steve Vai. Go figure.
Yeah. But if I was to buy it, if I was to have bought that guitar, I probably wouldn't have it in the collection today. And if I had it in the collection, it would be all beat up and played. The cool thing about it is he still owns it today, and it is in amazing condition. So I'm glad he owns it.
I love this thing. I absolutely love this thing. Let's see. It's all about Dave. It is all about Dave. I wish Dave's signature was this instead of Steve's, because I would just love to have 3 Dave Nesdahl signed guitars rather than Steve Vai's sloppy signatures on there.
Yeah, you can make that happen.
I'm just saying, I'd really.
You know what you have to do for that?
The neck on this is so nice. This was really like the fastest early neck I've owned. You know, back when I first started getting into playing guitar and stuff, and it's just that raw oiled neck in the back, you know, and it's just such a, how would you even describe it? I mean, it's not the wizard neck, but it's
it's a Steve Vai neck. It's
just that early.
It's his thing. That no other necks felt like that.
Yeah. Crowbar says John doesn't get out of Dave's alive tonight. Yeah, tell me about it. Tube Soup, this is numbered 144, and serial wise, let's see,
87,
1257. So 1257. Dog PA says John's got to keep talking about it until he pisses off Dave. I have so many ways to piss off Dave. Just showing up in the morning, Dave waking up and seeing me in his robe and fixing the last 3 eggs in the
morning.
That would piss me.
Dave doesn't get up till noon.
That's not true at all.
Yeah.
That is not true. Even on my days off, I don't get up at noon. Get up at 9 o'clock every day.
Yeah, so we have had all 3 colors on the show. Let's see, chilling, enjoying the show. Ben Coombs, thank you, man. Yeah, so that's today's show and tell guitar. Neon green. Let's see. There we go.
You got to keep holding. You got to keep holding that guitar.
Right in front of your face.
Right now.
You got to keep holding that guitar because the only way we're gonna make Jay feel even worse is if I do something. Hang on.
You gonna smash it over my head?
I'd love it. I would love it.
All right, now we can do a good thumbnail.
There we go. Now we could get a good thumbnail. Hold on.
There it is. Got it. Oh wait, we'll get it with Dave in the background. That'll be the thumbnail.
Joe Hervey asked where the name Gem came from. Gem was the guitar company owned by Joe DeSpagni, Steve's guitar tech and friend. Gem Guitars was basically building their own guitars for Steve and other players under the name Gem Guitars. So Steve, as a tribute to Joe DeSpagni, named the company Gem Guitars.
That's cool.
So there you go.
Oh.
Jasco Plumbing Supply says that's his dream guitar. Thank you, Jasco. 6 strings and 10 fingers. Who would love to smash an expensive piece of wood over John's head? I think we should have a raffle for that. Look at that. Look at that.
Hey now. Hey.
What the fuck?
Wait a minute. I thought you repaired guitars.
No, it's just cable doesn't belong here like this. See like that? It comes out. It'll come out easy.
That's what she said.
Lay in that cable.
Doorbell.
Lay in that cable.
Yeah, I think that does it. Right? It's the Gem night.
Wait a minute, that's...
Except the bad thing about this guitar is this one looks like it's been in a fucking war.
It was free.
You're damn right.
It was free. That's the one I bought, Dave.
Yeah.
And what a great looking set that is. Look at that. Green with black and black with green. Oh, that's cool.
Nice chrome neck plate. All the finish wore off of this one.
Yeah, now you can see. Now you can see the difference.
All the finish wore off of this.
Because I will admit, this only gets played for me on special occasions. This one gets babied. A lot of people say, "Oh, how often do you play certain guitars?" You notice the pink one? I have like half of it worn off. This one, honestly, only gets played at certain occasions, really carefully. This is just super sentimental to me. So, Reza Khan, I don't care what it's worth. It's just sentiment to me, So, let's see.
This guitar could also use a new edge.
Yeah.
Looks like the Cookie Monster started using it.
It's got a little bite out of it, but it was free. Shauna, thank you. Shauna says they look gorgeous together. You're talking my face and Dave's, right?
Oh.
Yeah, we look adorable. That's a great question, Joe Hervey. Joe Hervey asks, is the signature clear coated over
No,
it?
it's not.
I should actually try to wipe it off
No.
because maybe it is. I don't know.
It's not.
Let's try to wipe it off. Do you have some alcohol?
Mm-hmm.
Some turtle wax or something? No, it's not cleared over. It's not cleared over. Steve was signing these by hand. They didn't clear coat over them, but this one, I've seen some rubbed off a little bit. This one's really crisp and clean and baby smooth. All the colors are intact. I've got jizz on this tonight.
I'm surprised you haven't played that thing every day since you've been home.
Well, that's why I have the pink one for. I have played it here and there, but the pink one is the one that gets the wear, because it's like, I don't know. This is just so sentimental to me. Like,
Jay, you still here? Are you still here, Jay? Or did he get pissed off?
No, he said December 25th is his gem night.
I know.
Let's see. Lenny Lou said, should signatures be coded? I have one with a bunch of autographs. I mean, I think they should, technically. Just a little clear coat on the back. But, hey, I wasn't involved in the production of it. I just bought it, and I was very happy. Let's see. John's got to play with something pink whenever he can. You bet I do. And by the way, speaking of play with, I have a matching green Swiss pick. Look at that. From Swiss Picks. And I love these things. Sponsor of the show, friend of the show. Love these things, Swiss Picks. Look at that. Goes right with it. And I have pink ones for the other one.
I still love my Davas.
There you go. Metal Soda says DNA John guitars. Yeah, I'm gonna mix it in with the paint. A little bit of my my special DNA in the coating. Add a little extra tone. Dog PA says I coat all the signatures I have. Let's see. Swiss Picks is a sponsor of the show. You bet they are, because you know what? We got a bunch of Swiss Picks. So yes, they are. Maybe a little different than Bang Energy Drink, but and I'll point out, by the way, that this week's can of Bang Energy Drink matches. Hey, nice. All right, that's enough. So there you go. That is this week's show and tell.
Good night.
Yeah, we're not going anywhere. We have too much shit to talk about.
You do?
Yeah, why
I
not?
do have something to talk about.
Go ahead.
Actually.
Go ahead.
Oh, shut up.
Wow.
Can you shut that amp off, please?
Sure can. Whoa. Let's see.
Great. Perfect.
There we go.
So I worked at Gem Guitars, which is the company we just spoke about that made guitars for Steve before Ibanez. I worked there from 1988 to 1990. And in that time, there were quite a few great guitar players that would come through, and we would either give them guitars or they would buy guitars, whatever. And there was this one guy, his name was Joe Conjemi, great guitar player. Really, when I was 18, I thought he was fantastic. Sweetheart of a guy. And we made him a guitar called the Gemster. It was his model. I think we made him 3 or 4 guitars. And he was always so nice to me. And, I was this like 300-pound kid that
Shut up.
I worked at this guitar store and I played with Steve Vai at the time, and being 300 pounds on a stage with Steve Vai, that was kind of unheard of back then. But anyway, getting back to Joe Conjemi, 30 years go by, and from time to time I would think of him because I always thought, man, whatever happened to him? Because he was a great guitar player, really nice guy. I always got along great with him when he was in the shop. A few weeks ago, I get a Facebook request from a guy named Joey Gem. And I'm thinking, man, that's kind of crazy since Joe Spagni, who was the owner of Gem Guitars, passed away 2 years ago, and people used to call him Joe Gem. And I look at the guy's photo, and it's like I kind of thought I was like, I know this guy. I can't place it. He's a kind of a little bit of he's a little heavier than he was. I mean, he was a thin guy back then. Everyone was thin in the 80s.
Did you recognize him from the back of the head?
Shit,
Well, go ahead. Tell the story.
So anyway, yesterday I just put it together yesterday. I'm like, that's got to be Joe Congemi, my buddy Joe Congemi, who I haven't spoken to in 30 years. So I look at his photos. I'm like, that's one of the guitars we built for him. Of course it is. So I contact him, and we spoke on the phone today, and it was like two brothers that have never lost touch. It was the coolest thing. He's now playing with Billy Sheehan.
Wow. Yeah,
when Billy's not on the road with Sons of Apollo or any of the other major bands he's in, he plays with Joe Congemi, and Joe Congemi's his guitar player. It's just fantastic, and they got a show coming up sometime in December out east here, and we're going to go to it and go see him. And it was a really cool story.
Am I invited?
You ain't even going to be in town.
You never know.
You ain't even going to be in town.
I like the accommodations here. Hey.
Burp and blow.
Burp and what?
I'll burp, you blow.
Oh, no. I got to make some money. Anyway. So there you go. So that's
the story. And Johnny is gone again.
Oh,
again.
No. Mm-hmm. Johnny Beane's gone again. By the way, if you guys enjoyed today's show and tell segment, please leave a thumbs up down there. And
down here.
Down here. Please leave a thumbs right up my rump. Yeah, please leave a thumbs up, subscribe, tell your friends, and don't sue us. So thank you. There you go. So let's see. So Johnny, you were talking something about the Who was in the news earlier. Well, not metal. It was definitely an interesting comment that I'm very curious about.
Yeah, man. Let's see. Blabbermouth reported. I think this is on several different sites, and so it's not. I guess it's really the Who's. How do you say it? Is it Townsend?
Pete Townsend.
Pete Townsend said on Keith Moon and John Entwistle, thank God they're gone, is what he says.
Damn. And why did he say that?
He says, he told Rolling Stone that he doesn't miss the band's late drummer and bassist. I'm not going to make Who fans very happy, he says, but thank God they're gone because they were effing difficult to play with, he says.
Isn't that great to speak ill of your former bandmates like that, especially when they're dead? It's one thing when they're living. And, you're like, I didn't like the way David Lee Roth was such a dick. Oh, Eddie's so arrogant, blah, blah, blah. But then, when someone dies, then you, got to really, dig into the grave further. And it's like, come on, man. You're a member of the Who. You really have to, go that far, ripping your dead bandmates apart? I don't know, man. That sounds kind of extra douchey.
He says that he was basically the rhythms. He was the one keeping the rhythm section together.
That's the truth.
By his rhythm playing. That's
absolutely the truth. Because John Entwistle really was a lead bass player. He really didn't hold the low end down a lot. He did at times, and Keith Moon, it was like a lead drummer. He really didn't play 2 and 4. He didn't do that much.
He played with 2x4s. He just had these big chunks of wood.
He was always doing the dynamite thing, like the Wildy Coyote, the Acme
drum kit. Crowbar says if he said that while Entwistle was alive, Entwistle would have snapped him like a twig. Metal Soda says Pete should shut up lately. Yeah. I agree, man. It's like, you know what? You're just a bitter old man. Just shut up.
He was a bitter young man. When he was a young man, he was bitter.
Go see the new Motley Crue and notice that they're doing better than you right now.
Well, actually, they're not.
Well, He still gets residuals, I guess. But Joe Hervey says he's a rather strapping young lad. Well, right now he's a rather strap-on young lad. So bitter and greedy, Michael B says. I agree.
He's even saying that him and Daltrey don't get along anymore.
He doesn't get along with anyone. Let him lock himself in a closet, please.
He says in the Rolling Stone article, Townshend and Daltrey are described as detached, if not estranged from each other.
Oh, shut up.
But they're on tour. I mean, they're playing.
Well, I mean, that's the same thing with Eddie Van Halen and David Lee Roth. You know, the only time you saw them together was on the stage. Other than that, they had their own separate.
But they're alive. They're alive.
Oh, so is Daltrey and Townsend.
You know what? It's just another level when you like talk about your dead former bandmates. It's like you don't have to say anything like super nice about them if you didn't like them, but don't fucking desecrate their memory.
You know, he's known as being a very crass Brit anyway.
He's known as being a dildo in my eyes. It's like, dude, you're rich. Shut up. You got these people helped you with success. You know, you wouldn't be with where you are without them. Just shut up. They're dead. Leave them alone. Just shut the fuck up. Ugh. Crowbar says Townshend needs to shut the fuck up and enjoy his millions. Totally agree, man.
I don't think he can enjoy anything. I think he's just a mope.
He's probably got like Crohn's disease, and every 5 minutes he's got to take a shit.
Well, I know he has severe
bitterness,
hearing damage.
He's got his period.
Which I don't know how many people watching this have tinnitus. You know,
or their period.
You know, I do have pretty bad tinnitus myself.
Hey, Garbage, how are you, man?
And when your ears are ringing nonstop, 24/7, it can make you a little, you know. So I can get that. I can understand that.
But come on, man, that's just part of being a rock star. I mean, freaking what's the name for Warren DeMartini is half deaf, but he's not walking around bitching about everyone. He's walking around saying, "I'm sorry, how much was that new Lamborghini? I'm sorry, what? Speak up."
Well, there's a difference between being deaf and having tinnitus. You know.
Well, regardless of what you have, I mean, it's still don't take it out on your dead partners that helped you achieve the success you're blessed to have. Jesus Christ, talk about a shit attitude.
Mm-hmm.
Shit attitude.
Well, the Who do they have a new record out or anything? Because obviously,
and does anyone care?
I mean, he's saying this to promote something. That's
his douchiness. Does he have a douche of the month club?
Probably the tour.
Tour of his dildo collection?
I know they're on tour because a friend of mine's girlfriend played violin with them on stage in San Jose.
In what elementary school was this?
Just recently.
Look, man, everyone's talking about Motley Crue. Nope, nobody.
Only you were talking about
dude. The internet's on fire with Motley Crue.
That's only your news feed.
I'm telling you, man. I couldn't give a shit if Townshend came to my town. I wouldn't give $1 for that dildo.
December 14th. Oh, okay, yeah. So they're on tour now.
Yeah, maybe he's opening the NAMBLA convention.
NAMBLA?
Yeah,
I knew her.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Yeah, he's opening. He's got a KKK meeting. He's got the NAMBLA convention. He's got.
When are you leaving?
He's got the Butt Crack Association.
No.
Come on.
No.
Man.
That was Johnny.
Just he needs to just shut his vagina and shut up. Just shut your vagina.
I like grapes.
Mm. I like them so much I swallow them whole, full of cocaine.
Grapes.
Then I mule them over to Europe where I make money with them to buy guitars. Look at you got grapes in a cookie. I want to give you like a Tupperware of Cheerios and put you in that little section of the shopping cart and push you around the supermarket.
Where's your juice box?
All I gotta do is squeeze these.
I like to tickle the grapes.
Oatmeal raisin.
Oatmeal raisin. It's a make him shit like a Townshend.
Oh my god! Did you have dinner yet?
I didn't have dinner. Did you have dinner?
You had dinner?
Yeah, Dave Sugar.
Because you're eating like you're starving.
Fruitcake Tony.
What do you know about eating? You don't even eat.
No, I don't.
What is placed in front of him? Fruitcake Tony wants to know: is Mick Mars going to be able to play a full show in his condition? Here's the thing: Mick Mars is not able to run around on stage. He's got his back fused. He's in a lot of pain, but he will do what he does. He will stand there. He will stay in place.
I bet you he sits.
He will play great music. He's not going to sit.
I bet he will.
Were they going to bring out an office chair for him, and he's just going to
listen? In '95, Eddie Van Halen sat for half the tour because he had his hip. He sat on a stool.
I don't see Mick doing that.
I'm telling you, he will.
Lenny Lou says Mary loves squeezing grapes. Well, Mary, have I got 2 grapes to squeeze? Come on over, Mary.
Not here, though. Don't come here to do it.
No, especially at the Nesdall household.
No, thank you.
That's where all the party happens.
Not that I'm not inviting you over. I just don't want you seeing. I don't want to see you squeezing anyone's grapes here.
Music Therapy Laz says, I just ordered sushi. Do I like sushi? Tastes just like fresh vagina and rice. Yes, so I do like sushi.
Oh, God.
Yes. Metal Soda says, sounds like Pete Townsend needs his grapes squeezed. Whoa. Those grapes didn't go over very well for Dave. Renus Pinkle says, penis. That's what he says. So.
Hashtag.
Anyway, I think listen, let me tell you something, okay? The tour is $150 million that Mick Mars gets a piece of. He will have a broomstick up his ass holding him up for a chunk of that cash if he must. I mean, for all we know, he could be totally dead already, and they will stand him on a mannequin stand. Speaking of almost dead, did anyone see Ozzy play at the AMAs the other day? American Music Awards.
I did
play with
he
what was
played
his name?
with a rapper or something, right?
Like 2 rappers. Did you see this?
No, I wouldn't.
I saw it. The only way I saw it was I follow somebody on Instagram, and in their stories they had recorded it off the TV.
Oh, it had to be Sharon Osbourne.
So that's
because
how,
she's trying to make. She's already releasing the DVD.
That's how. That's the only way. That's how I saw it.
It's a short concert, but it's still Ozzy. You want to pay for this?
Oh boy, does she want money? Oh boy, does Sharon want money? He didn't even want to do this thing. He's just like, I want to play with him 2 rap artists. Why do I even want to do this?
Go on, get on the stage. Go on. We get paid for this. Go on, Ozzy.
I don't even know who this guy is. He's saying was it right? Does he know Suicide Solution or Crazy Train or something I want to play?
Just sing whatever. No one will notice, Ozzy.
Yeah, Sharon just wants the money. Now, like I said before on last week's show, Sharon's going to do a total weekend at Bernie's. When Ozzy's gone, she's going to have him like with sunglasses on and wheeled on a gurney with puppet strings, and it's just going to be like,
hello, Ozzy Osbourne. Hello, I'm here to sing. Crazy, that's how it goes. It's a hero, living is on. I love you all.
Yeah, that's what Sharon's going to do. She's going to literally play weekend at Bernie's. It's going to be weekend at Ozzy's. Poor guy. He just wants to sit home and watch TV. Poor Ozzy. He'll do whatever. He'll do whatever she tells him. I just want to go in my chair. Can I just go?
We have to perform at the AMAs. I got paid. We got paid already.
I have to what? Is it where? Who? Yeah. Poor Ozzy. Why? Music Therapy Laz wants to know if it was the ants that he snorted that messed up Ozzy's tongue, and why does he talk funny? Ozzy talks funny because his brain was so melted by so much drugs and alcohol. That's why Ozzy talks funny. It was not the ants. It was the cocaine mountain that the ants were crawling through. So that's why Ozzy talks funny. Ozzy's fried. God bless him.
He snorted ants?
You know the deal with that, right?
No.
You don't know what the So okay,
No.
so Ozzy Osbourne.
my
This
God.
this was in The Dirt, the Motley Crue, The Dirt book, and in the movie.
Yeah.
Something depending who you ask, the story has variations, but the general gist of it was that Ozzy Osbourne was so crazy, and one of Motley Crue, I think it was Nikki, said, "Oh, I'm crazy, I'm wild," and Ozzy's like, "Oh, really, and let me show you," and he basically like it was something like he started snorting a line of ants off of the ground, like with a straw, like, as if they were cocaine, like live ants. And then he pissed on the ground and started drinking it. And then, Nikki, not to be outdone, was like, thinking he'll do the same thing. He starts pissing on the ground. And then Ozzy pushes Nikki aside and licks up Nikki's piss. So it was just like,
That's the new name.
There was just no topping Ozzy.
Nicky Piss.
Oh my gosh.
Do
you guys want to reenact this scene?
Me and Dave. Yeah. Yeah, Dave, bring up some urine and we'll see what we could do. But I remember one story when Ozzy was with Zakk Wylde, when he first started with Zakk. He took him out to a nice dinner, and they're at a nice restaurant, and Zakk just sees Ozzy what looks like he's massaging his ass crack, and he's looking, he's like, "Ozzy, you okay over there? What's going on over there?" It's like, "Oh, don't worry about it." And then like Ozzy's still doing, and he's still looking. Zack's still looking. Like, what the fuck is he doing? The rest of the band is there, and Ozzy's kind of still doing this. And then he pulls his hand out, and he sees that he produces a wine cork from the wine at the dinner table, and he puts it on the table. And Ozzy calls over the waiter, and waiter, I have a problem. I think the wine is off.
Oh,
the wine that we just uncorked it. It's a very expensive bottle of wine. It's like $800. I know, but look, smell the cork. It smells off. And the waiter, of course, let me. I'm sorry, sir. And he takes the wine, and Ozzy just lost it. But it was a true story. So there you go, Ozzy Osbourne, wine connoisseur.
The fuck you looking at?
There you go. Wine connoisseur. Let's see. Oh boy.
I always wanted to do that. I can't believe I just said it.
Crowbar says, Ozzy sings, "Finished with my woman because she couldn't help me with my mind, but he stays with Sharon." She ain't helping with his mind, but she sure helps him with his wallet. Renus is a little behind. Renus Pinkel just came on board with catching up with the show. Renus, the breakdown of the Motley Crue tour is Motley is getting $2 million as the headliner per show. Def Leppard is getting $1 million per show, and Poison is getting approximately 250. I believe it's 259,000 per show. And there's going to be in negotiations for a as yet unnamed fourth act, supposedly to join in. So that's what's going on there. So welcome.
Sean Zimmerman. Dave just said, "What the fuck you looking at?" to 95 people.
Well, we're glad that our live audience is with us.
Oh, it's
Thank
so funny.
You.
That's just so funny.
Yeah, and by the way, leave a thumbs up if you enjoy Ozzy's wine. That'd be really funny if Ozzy got his own brand of wine, and it was just, you looked at the label and it just says,
and it smelled like shit, and it smelled like poop.
It's like random letters. Wine.
Oh my gosh! And it's like what do you call it?
Sulfur.
It's like sulfur.
Some of the vinegar. It's like take $3 Chuck and just let it age in Ozzy's ass. Sharon personally bottles every bottle. She lets it drain into Ozzy's anus, then makes him turn over and drain it back into the bottle. It's special wine. I don't even know where I am.
Sean, I'm laughing at what you're saying.
Thanks.
Great.
Yeah, so we're having a good time with Ozzy Osbourne's wineries. I can just imagine Sharon hawking that with wine and cheese.
That is cheese.
Oh yeah, it's from under cheese. Ozzy, we're going to scrape your balls. Sharon put a packet of yeast under Ozzy's scrotum last week, and now it's like a formation of stalagmites of cheese. She scrapes it off, makes it into a spread, serves it with wine. Just love that. Joe Hervey.
Yes, unfortunately,
on
he
the
is.
island. Yes.
One more time next week.
From under my balls, wine. You just see on the label, it's Ozzy's dangling scrotum, just two long stretched balls and a grapevine. And Sharon's making the bottles limited editions, signed and numbered by Ozzy. It's just an X.
1 and 2.
This is 1. What comes next? 7. All right. It's gonna be great.
Oh my gosh.
Oh boy.
Wow.
Yeah, so they'll be serving that at Ozzy's next concert. Renus wants to know if CC will be coked up for this tour. CC has been clean for a while. And let me tell you something. If you're going to look at how these guys have sounded, now Motley obviously is going to be the big controversy because it's like we know Mick can play, but he can't move. Tommy, he can play. And Nikki, he can play. Will they all get along? I don't know. These guys don't talk much anymore. The whole wild card is Vince. The whole wild card is how much is he going to go, all right, everyone, shout, 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 shout at the devil, shout, shout, shout at the devil. So, it's going to be a lot of audience participation, him missing high notes and missing words. But the only thing he's concerned about is not learning the lyrics right now. He's concerned with that weight he's got to lose. He's got to lose 40 pounds. I don't know, man. That ain't going to be fun. Now, Def Leppard, as Dave brought up earlier, they've been on tour endlessly. They sound terrific. Joe Elliott sounds terrific. Phil Collins in fine form.
I don't think they've never not been on tour, Def Leppard.
And they're practiced and so sharp. And they have such good ability. And again, this isn't a band that was like, Joe Elliott was not like a big drug-addled, let me blow my throat out guy. He was consistently staying warm and consistent. He's great. He's on point. And if you guys have seen Bret Michaels on tour with Bret Michaels' band, he sounds phenomenal. So Poison's going to sound really good. It's just going to be all about Motley, man. It's going to be a lot of audience participation. Gary Thollander says Vince should have teleprompters. That'd be funny.
Well, all bands do. I don't care how good you are.
Every band these days has teleprompters. They all do.
But that's because they're all in their 70s. They're all getting up there, man.
Well, I mean, Joe Bonamassa is in his 40s. He has a teleprompter too.
Because of the technology today, it's just standard. It's standard on stage now is teleprompters.
Yeah.
But I can forgive I could forgive guys like Joe Bonamassa because he's like so incredibly talented. Vince has one job. You got one job. You used to have two jobs. That pie eating job, that's over. That's done. No more pie. Put it down. Put Vince.
Unless it's hair.
Vince, if you're looking right now, put that pie down. Put that pie down.
Oh, hair pie. Oh.
Vince Neil for Twinkies. No, look. You got one job. Learn the fucking songs. And just do some vocal warm-ups as best you can. Dude, we're not expecting the world from you. We know your voice is fucked. We know you're older. We know you forget lyrics. Just chug through it, man.
Well, all he has to do is break both of his elbows.
What?
Because then he can't do this.
Oh, yeah. Well, he'll be fucking like one of those birds one of those mercury birds that just like dives down into the water, but it'll be a pint of ice cream waiting for him. Oh
my gosh.
Yeah, Vince is also responsible for liquor runs, Crowbar says. Yeah, he's gotta. They all gotta stay clean, man. This ain't gonna be good. But Metal Soda says it right. Get a voice coach and learn the lyrics, man. That's all you got to do. Listen, you just got to tough through one tour, and you guys got $150 million. This ain't rocket science. You've done this a million times before. Just fucking learn the songs, get a vocal coach, and just struggle through it. Get along together as best you can. That's it. This isn't rocket science. You know? You rubbing one out there?
No.
No. Okay.
I'd
You'd like to rub me out.
Yeah.
I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
Oh my gosh. A lot of Motley Crue fans in the chat here, huh?
Yeah, look, I mean, I'm a huge
Wow.
Motley Crue fan. I'm like I said, I'm going to be at the front of the stage. But, you know, I have certain level of expectations of what's going to happen, and I'm okay with it because I'm looking forward to the show. You know?
Mm-hmm. And this would be an arena tour?
These are full arena.
Right?
Dude,
Arenas?
line up like that and a fourth act going to be added in that we're still trying to figure
Well, actually,
what.
the dates haven't been announced yet, though, right?
Not yet, no.
I bet it's going to be springtime. It's going to be spring to summer. It's going to be outdoors.
It's November. So,
Huh?
so it might be like a shed tour.
A shed tour?
It might be amphitheaters.
He's going to shed off any talent he had once. He's going to shed 40 pounds. That's the shed. He has to shed 40 pounds to get that tour.
No, Charlie, it's definitely not going to be stadiums.
No, it's not. No stadiums now. Unless the Rolling Stones is the fourth added band.
No, hold on a second.
Then
Hold
it'll
on.
be stadiums.
You don't think it's going to be stadiums?
No.
Really?
No.
Oh, I think it's got to be stadiums.
No.
I absolutely think it's going to be. I think it's going to be like 33,000 seats. I absolutely think it's going to be stadiums.
No, I don't think so.
Metal Soda.
It'll be arenas, and if it's during the summer, it'll be sheds.
How much?
Sheds.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
That's what they call the outdoor, like amphitheaters.
okay, but those are still arenas.
Huh? Yeah, they're arenas, but yeah, they're not stadiums.
Well, okay. When I say stadium, I'm using the term loosely. I'm not talking like Super Bowl football stadium, but there will be stadiums. I could see like Madison Square Garden.
That's not a stadium.
That's not a stadium.
Those are sheds.
That's an arena. That's an arena.
Okay, so arenas. That's what I get.
Shed is like Jones Beach. That's
Jones
shed.
Beach is a shed. A stadium is like where the 40, like a football field. That's a stadium.
Okay. I see what you're saying. Okay, so arenas then. Madison Square Garden, Coliseum, those are arenas.
Yeah.
I see that easily. But yeah, I could see a couple locations maybe that could be arenas, some concentrations, maybe on the coast. Stadiums.
I think they might play the Brooklyn Bowl. They could play the Brooklyn Bowl.
They could play the toilet bowl for all I care. I just want to see them.
Everything's got to be a joke.
I like the joke. I like to entertain. Our audience doesn't come here for knowledge. Oh wait, yeah.
Yes,
some of you guys do. Sorry about
Sean Mahoney. Yeah, that's right, Sean. Yeah. I know some of the footage I've seen of Def Leppard has been stadiums, but I don't think it was over here. I think it was overseas,
like England or Europe.
I think it was in England. I think they were playing. That's the thing. 80s, a lot of hair bands. Bon Jovi, Bon Jovi plays nothing but stadiums overseas.
Very popular international band.
And a lot. Well, yeah, Mr. Big, overseas. Japan.
That's John's penis, right? He plays his own arena, Mr. Big.
What?
I think that's what John calls him. Metal Soda wants to know: didn't Joe Elliott lose his voice lately too? I didn't hear anything about that. Did you?
Well, I mean, he didn't lose his voice, but he just doesn't hit the notes the way he used to. But I mean, he's getting old, and he's also a little It's very hard to sing and breathe when you have a little too much weight on.
Joe Elliott's overweight?
Yeah, have you seen him lately? He's got a gut. It's
I
not
know.
like nothing like Vince Neil, but
Nothing.
he's got a little bit of a gut.
Nothing's like Vince, but let me see. Joe Elliott. I'm just going to Google recent image.
2018 Joe Elliott.
Charlie S. Wait, Eddie Trunk said they're playing stadiums? No Johnny stadiums. Does that mean no or yes? I'm with you, Gary.
I see him older, but I don't see him as a fat guy or anything. Yeah.
That's not skinny.
Was he like 10 pounds overweight? Come on. No, Joe Elliott looks great. And how old is he? Was he like 70?
I don't know who the hell that guy
No, he's not that old.
18. I don't know who that is. I mean, that's Vivian Campbell. I think Joe Elliott looks fine, man. I mean, look, as you get older, 10 pounds over, that's nothing. I mean, obviously, Vince is a big boy. Vince has to lose weight. But, I mean, everyone's going to gain like 10 pounds or something. That's nothing. I mean,
Joe Elliott is 60.
Dog PA brings up Mama Cass and Meatloaf couldn't sing. There's a great point, man. Joe Elliott is 60. Okay.
We were talking about Meatloaf earlier.
Yeah, with gravy. No, we were saying the Meatloaf and the Who and the
What was I saying? Oh, I was saying this is before we were on the air.
Yeah.
I was saying because we were talking about the Pete Townsend thing, the Who, and how him saying that Keith Moon, didn't have a band or whatever, and I was telling these guys that the Keith Moon solo records kind of had like a Meatloaf sound to them,
I don't know.
I don't see any problem with the way Joe Elliott looks. The guy's 60 years old. He's 10 pounds overweight. Please, I should only look so fucking good.
He has aged in 1 year really badly.
He's 60. He does. I don't think he looks bad for 60. Let me pull this out.
Look at that. That's not great.
That's my grandma, isn't it? Oh,
That's Joe Elliott.
But that's his face. I mean, okay, so you got him in the morning.
Well, he's Joe Elliott.
How bad is that? Come on. I don't see that bad. He looks about 10 pounds overweight. Come on, he's not. Vince looks like he's 9 months pregnant. I don't see any.
Well,
problem
when you're standing next to Phil Collin every night.
Phil Collin, the bold Johnny over Phil Collin. Phil is just like cut and shredded, and
that dude, man, that guy, he's solid.
Of course, he's solid.
He's solid, man. My arm was actually sore later on that day.
Look at that. Look at him sitting down in that chair. Come on, you're not telling me he's gained some weight.
All right, he's gained a little weight there. But you know what? Every night the guy works out and shit. Every night the guy works out.
And every night on stage, whether it's a stadium or a shed or arena, it's every show. That is working out.
Brett McCord makes a good point. No plastic surgery. That is how he is naturally. I'm sorry, man. I hope I look as good as him if I live to 60. So his face has a little jowlage. I mean, he's 60 fucking years old.
I know.
He
I
totally
know quite
rocks.
a few. So is he. He's 60 as well.
Well, Phil Collins, I don't know. I guess Phil just works out better.
Sean Zimmerman at the NAMM show. Was that this year?
That was in January when we
That
were
was
in
the last one, right?
Yeah.
I was walking out of the Jackson, Charvel, EVH, Gretsch room. As I'm walking out, these two huge guys come walking in with Phil Collin in between them. And they were like, everybody, out of the way, out of the way, out of the way. They're just like yelling. And I was walking out. They come walking in, and Phil Collin slams right into my shoulder as I'm walking out.
Accidentally.
Yeah, it wasn't meant.
Get rid of Mancuda.
Yeah, he's like, this is for John. Yeah. No, it wasn't. It was a crowd. It was these guys, saying, "Hey, out of the way, out of the way," And he slams into my shoulder, and it was one of those moments like, hey, oh wait, it's you. Where it's like right there.
Hey, you're the guy I'm going to be suing. Johnny's arm knocked out of its socket.
Oh, but yeah, I'm only $1.20. That's right, man. Yeah. So anyway, so
Phil's a short guy.
Yeah. So I walk out of the room and see not everybody saw what happened. So it didn't.
People heard the ambulance.
People didn't swarm. See, what happens at NAMM is somebody will plug in, or Stevie Wonder will start playing something, and all of a sudden there'll be a crowd that'll swarm over whatever's happening. Okay, I've seen it, every time. And so anyway, so I get knocked over by Phil Collin, and I walk out of the room, and then I turn around and I'm watching what's happening. Basically, they brought him in so he could pose next to his guitars and have a bunch of pictures taken, and then he left. It was like super quick.
Just like my sex life. It was super quick, and Johnny was there.
pretty non-existent, actually.
Tell me about it. No relationship, no sex life for me.
But yeah, I mean, it would have been pretty cool if I was filming at the time, but I wasn't.
Oh, that'd be really funny. Hey, everybody, this is Johnny. Out of the way!
Those guys, they were yelling. They're like, out of the way, move it. It was insane.
Yeah, they didn't want to delay anything. They wanted to get Phil through that crowd.
It was crazy. But the thing is, though, that they were creating the scene by yelling like that. If they weren't yelling, he just would have came in and posed, and it would have been like probably no big deal.
Well, the thing about NAMM is, and for those of you guys that haven't been to NAMM, every fucking rock star alive is there, just kind of casually walking around, because it's a private show. I mean, that's what it is. It's not open to the public. It's basically buyers and distributors of musical instruments and stuff, and the people that are endorsed by them. And so it's like you'll just walk by and oh, hey, that guy looks like Joe Bonamassa. No, stupid, it's Joe Bonamassa. He's right over there. And, everybody's standing there. All the bands you'll see. And that's basically it. So like, yeah, you don't really need a bodyguard there, because it's kind of like a lot of your peers are just walking around, but what do you do? No one's really fishing around for autographs. I haven't seen that really, right? I mean, yeah, they have certain things set up that, okay, you have
they have
signings. They've arranged signings.
They've arranged signings. Yeah.
Yeah. You go there and, maybe Phil will be signing at the Jackson booth. Okay. And you get in line, you might have him sign your brochure, or the back of your guitar cavity or something. But, the fact is, after that, he just kind of walks around and, grabs a gyro and is walking around looking at stuff. Oh, that's nice. No one's bothering him.
And puts his grubby hands on guitars.
Yeah. When he's just busy knocking Johnny down, By the way, can we please get some thumbs up? If you're watching right now, please leave thumbs up for the video as we're being reminded in the chat. Thank you, Music Therapy Laz. Because I know we're working very hard for you guys, doing nothing as we do. But leave a thumbs up anyway, please.
And subscribe.
Subscribe
if you're brand new to the channel.
We have 3 shows a week.
We do?
Sure.
And
Friday, Saturday, a little different from each one, but
every show this week has featured an autographed Steve Vai guitar.
Really? What did we have Friday and Saturday?
Right? Did you have one Friday?
Me?
Are you talking to me or Dave?
I don't know.
I've had. I had one on last Tuesday. Yeah.
Okay, you had Tuesday. I don't even remember Friday. Friday's whatever, but Saturday, Neanderthal was on, and he had an autographed Steve Vai.
Oh wait, doesn't he have like that white gem?
Yeah.
White gem?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great Neanderthal. Yeah, for God's sakes, Reza Khan makes a good point. This is a really rare guitar. Throw up some thumbs for it. Why the fuck not? If you like Ibanez gems, If you don't like Ibanez Jams, if you hate our show, please leave a thumbs up. If you love our show, please leave a thumbs up. It's all good.
Mm-hmm. And that's the one too. That green one.
Yeah.
That if you were to have one out of the three, that's the one to have.
Well, this is the original. Well, the one to have is the yellow one I have because that was Steve's. That was, that was the Scraper touring guitar. But yeah, as far as production ones, this is definitely the rare one to have. I mean, this is like early Holy Grail if you're an Ivy collector or a Vi fan.
Mm-hmm.
Want to see how I
debunk
that?
What's that
quick?
noise? Hold on. I just hear a slurp, a gentle slurping.
You want to see how I debunk your autograph?
Let's go. Let's say.
Let me just see that real
Dave
quick.
is in a debunking mood.
Let me just see it real quick.
Dave is in
Wow.
a bung mood.
All those forged checks pays off.
There you go. Dave is a good forger, actually. Look at that. No lie. Check this out. Dave is a good forger.
Wow.
Look at how good that is, actually. Wait.
So this means never buy an autographed guitar from Dave Nisdell.
Yeah.
Even if it's signed by him, it's still a forgery.
Isn't that funny? Dave actually is a really good forger. So listen, if you need an autograph from any rock star, just contact Dave on.
But isn't it funny how I just did it really quickly? Like
Dave's website is theguitarwhisper.guru, and basically, if you need setups, Dave does amazing setups. You need custom guitars built, and now if you need a signature forged, that's your guy. That's your guy.
That's pretty insane, right?
That's pretty insane. Dude, you just did that like that.
The guitar forgerer.
I'm not leaving a check anywhere near Dave. Yeah, $5 million. KFC. Here you go. I'd like 39 million buckets of chicken, please. Wow. Yeah,
Man.
so there you go. So please leave a thumbs up for our video. What else we got? Johnny, wasn't there something else you were talking about earlier? Someone else in the news?
Well, there's something else I've been meaning to talk about, but
Feminine problem?
we can talk about it.
There's Howie. Hey, let's do it.
We can talk about it. Although it probably should be its own video, though.
Oh yeah, that'll be that tonight's my last night here.
Yeah,
Dave threw me out on my ass. That video.
there'll be a celebration over Thanksgiving weekend.
Well, let's get a preview of it. What do you got? Is it a recipe for stuffing or cranberry sauce? What's Thanksgiving related?
That sounds good. My favorite part of Thanksgiving is the stuffing.
Oh yeah,
And I don't mean the stuffing my face the entire day. That's not what I mean.
He means jamming cornbread pieces up his anus. That's the stuffing Johnny's looking forward to. And the sausage stuffing.
Oh my gosh.
The sausage stuffing. Doused me with cranberry sauce a little bit. And the giblet gravy. Absolutely.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So Thanksgiving wise, what are you guys doing? I said what I'm doing. I'm taking my parents out and I'm cooking over at a friend's house as well. So I'm doing double duty. Howie's licking his nuts. What do you got going, Johnny? Howie's helping make the gravy right now.
Oh my gosh. Probably nothing. I'm probably not gonna do anything.
Nothing for Thanksgiving?
No.
What are you gonna like? Open a frozen Swanson turkey dinner?
Probably, yeah.
3 slices and cobbler in that section, buttered corn in that section, and green beans. Mm-hmm. Peel the plastic. Ooh, yeah.
I used to eat those. It's been years.
Oh, we all did.
I used to eat those things. The Hungry Man and
manhandlers. Remember that they used to come up with such weird names for those. How do you handle the hungry man? The manhandler. I don't want no man. You got sausage and The kielbasa comes with zucchini and carrots. Jesus Christ.
Oh my gosh.
That creamy white gravy. What do
my gosh.
what do you got going, Dave?
Having dinner across the street.
All right.
My mom's making a turkey and stuff.
See, Dave's got a nice traditional mom. My mom's like, where are we going?
Desiree's making she's making the mashed potatoes, and she's making the homemade cranberry sauce.
See, Des knows how to cook. That's a good thing. I know how to cook too.
Me too.
That's why my buddy's invited me over. He's like, so you coming over for Thanksgiving? Yeah, I'll be over for dessert. Hey man, can you help me with dinner? It's like, what do you mean? Well, can you help me cook all that stuff? It's like he doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. It's like I can cook all that shit. I'm a great cook, but like, I'm going out to dinner, but I'm gonna help him cook his, and then I'll show up for dessert.
Uh-huh.
And he'll probably, while I'm not there, he'll probably be like, yeah, slaved all day.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, he'll be watching football. Yeah.
Is there a big football game?
Ned, what is that, Johnny? Is that your dildo? What's Ned playing with?
Look at it.
What? Is that your dildo? Ned has a dildo? What is that? Oh, boy. Ned's, Jesus Christ. Is it vibrating in his mouth? What the hell? Johnny, what the fuck, man? You leave your sex toys laying around. It's got balls on that thing, too. Look at that. Jesus Christ.
It looks like he's trying to put it in his mouth.
Jesus. Ned, get it all in there. Get it all in there. That's Johnny's favorite piece of pussy.
Whoa.
Jesus. The crew says it looks like a Pikachu sausage. It looks like Pikachu's sausage indeed. Oh boy. Where has that been? Why is that cat smiling? It's like that's the new Johnny Beane Christmas Fleshlight edition. Holy shit.
Yeah, look at the end.
Balls at the end. It's ribbed for your pleasure. Jesus Christ. Crowbar says it's Pikachu. You got to catch them all, Johnny. He's talking venereal diseases. Oh, boy. Jesus Christ. Pet animals like,
I've been way up Johnny's ass. Way up there. Oh, boy.
Ned pulls everything out. He's got Johnny's lacy thongs.
Oh, look at that. He got it.
No, he got it all right. Blurry. That's the official Johnny Beane toy of 2000. It's like, how Hess comes out with the Hess trucks? Every year there's a different Hess truck. Every year the Johnny Beane show offers a different Christmas sex toy.
Oh, my gosh.
Copy that. Wow, man. Yeah, that's the Metal Soda says that's the Johnny Beane banana. The limited edition Johnny Beane show banana. Jesus Christ. The batteries go right up its smiling keister.
Oh.
That's the noise you make. Oh. Oh.
Oh my gosh.
Oh. Oh. Jeez, I'm waiting for Ned to walk out with like a big black spiked double-ended dong. A little pocket pal. Jeez. Ned's like in the whole thing, he's got a little bullwhip coming out. Crowbar says it's peanut butter jelly time. You bet it. You bet it is. Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Yeah, so leave a thumbs up for Johnny's big furry smiling dildo. Just wandered into the show. Oh boy.
Yeah. Had to get a new toy for Ned, because he just tears just everything apart.
Jesus, that's what John Holmes said. Renus wants to know how much peanut butter you go through in a week. I was explaining that one to a friend the other day, and then Dave pulled out a jar of Jif. Crowbar wants to know if that dildo is desert yellow. Is it Ibanez desert yellow? Do they have two other colors? Mike niece says, "Excuse me, sir. Could you push in my stool for me?"
Oh my gosh.
Jesus.
On that note,
Well, listen, we wish everyone a happy Thanksgiving, safe, healthy Thanksgiving. Hope you get your sausage stuffing and your giblet gravy, and hope your bird gets a good fist going into it. Get those yams, those yam bags.
Yam bags.
Help you cook the yams.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Leave a thumbs up, subscribe. Have a good Thanksgiving. You got anything to add, Dave?
take it easy.
Dave Nesdall, the guitar whisperer.guru.
No, everyone have a happy and safe holiday. And we'll see you on Friday.
Paul Fuchs wants my recipe for creamed corn. I'll bet. Cook it right in my cornhole. Let's see. That's it. Everyone said happy Thanksgiving. That's all we need. Good night, everybody. Leave thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
We love you guys and gals. So have a good Thanksgiving.
We love you all.
We love you all. Y'all.
Yeah.
Y'all. Thank you. Yes, and join my Van Halen Facebook group.
Yeah.
There's the link.
There you go.
Right there. Awesome time. Steve Carmichael. Happy
Steve
Thanksgiving,
Carmichael. Happy Thanksgiving.
man.
Turkey rammed with sausage. There you go. Dave's face cover looks great.
Thumbnail.
And thank you guys for showing up for the show. That's it. We're out. We're done. Like that end of Ferris Bueller's Day Off. What are you still doing here? Go on. Go home. We're done. Go on. Go on. We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.